Okay, so we're now live, and it's week 5, and been getting a lot of um, emails, mostly requests to postpone turning things in, and that's okay. We kind of knew that that was going to happen these couple of weeks. Um, and what I've been responding to people about is, I'm not going to be heavy-handed about the deadlines at all between now and, say, week 7. I just would caution folks about letting too many of the assignments pile up to the end, because they take a lot of time to do, number one, and number two, I physically can't grade everything the last week. So if you wait until the last week to turn in 3 or 4 assignments, and everybody else waits till the last week to turn in 3 or 4 assignments, there's a possibility that I can't get to everything. So,
Robin,
yeah.
I had a question then about that because I know
Sure.
I'm in complete overwhelm. I'll just tell you. I mean, I'm moving my classroom, and I mean, I know we all have a lot going on, but it's been crazy. Like, I just feel like I don't even know how I'm going to get through the next 3 weeks. But so my only real thing was that assignment Saturday night. Like, I just want to turn it in. If I can just turn it in Sunday night, like, that would just be more doable, because I'm supposed to be packing my classroom. Yesterday we found out they wanted us out by the 16th, and I said it will not physically happen, but it's like I'm supposed to be packing that weekend, and it's just, so in my mind I was like, oh, originally I know I had emailed you about that, but I didn't know if I'm supposed to submit something and then resubmit, but if I'm not using if I was doing a Google Slides presentation, that would be different, and I haven't really decided what I'm doing, then I can always, you could go in and edit it. But if I'm using something else that I publish, then I wouldn't be able to do that. So I didn't know if, or I even thought, if I could turn in the one that's supposed to be due Sunday on Saturday, flip-flop them, because that feels like that assignment's a little more doable to get it done in a quicker manner. But
Well, let me tell you, some people have already done their book review, which isn't due till week 8. Some people have, you can't do week 7 without doing week 5.
right.
Because of what is set up. So you definitely have to have your week 5 assignment due. You have to turn something in that Sunday of week 6, because then nobody can do week 7, right? So all I'm saying is, for this week's assignment, you have to get it in by Sunday night. You just do.
Okay.
Because week 7 depends on everybody having something to look at. So if you don't turn anything
if I get it in.
But what I have been recommending to people is, so if you can't get, there are several people that still haven't turned in the classroom observation, okay, and that was due last week.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, and I'm just saying, don't let that wait until week 7, when you have to do that, and week 7 and the review too, because it's a lot of work, and it's not only a lot of work for you, but it's a lot of grading for me,
Right.
and I can't guarantee that I can get to it all. Otherwise, I have recommended to several people that they finish reading the book and write the review, or do your review, because that's something that should be able to go pretty quickly. And particularly if you can't do your observation yet, right? If you're waiting for 2 weeks to do your observation, then read your book and do your review. And then the week that you should be doing your review, you can worry about getting your observation in. So I'm just cautioning people, don't wait too long, but understand that the assignment for this week, week 5, if you don't turn it in on Saturday, I'm not going to mark you down on it. That's the goal, is Saturday, but you have to have something in on Sunday, because starting Monday, the
Right.
class has to start evaluating each other. So
Well, I was just looking towards being able to have Sunday still to work on it. That's all. So like
it's
I would have it in by Sunday. Like that was my, and I would maybe get the other assignment that's due on Sunday. Actually, might be able to get that in like earlier because I haven't. I mean,
and
I
that's
haven't put it
fine.
together yet.
And that's
Okay.
what I'm saying, is a lot of people, because I told everybody last week, and now I'm on recording saying this. I've opened all the assignments from here to the end. I've posted all the videos. I've I've updated all the folders. Everything is there. So if you want to do the whole rest of the unit in the next week and a half, you can be done in a week and a half if you want, except for the part where you evaluate your classmates'
Right.
presentations, right? Because you can't do
That
that
won't
until
that
they're
won't be
posted.
happening.
Yeah.
I won't be
So,
getting all that in a week and a half. But I did see that you had opened all the assignments.
yeah. So I've been grading them as they've been coming in, pretty much, and I've had some problems with people sending me, maybe it's been a while since people have posted links, but some of the assignments that have been coming in by link, the share links, don't work for me. And here's something that you might not know. In Concordia, your email domains as students, your domain for your email is different than the domain for professors, for teachers. And so when you click on the share link with Google that you generate, and you click anyone from Concordia can see, what you're actually doing there is allowing anybody with the same domain from Concordia to view it. And since my domain is different than your domain, you're not actually sharing with me. All the rest of you can see each other's. If you do anyone from Concordia can see, but I can't see it. So that's why when you post a link to something in Blackboard and I can't open it, I go back and ask you all to make sure that the link that you're sharing is an anyone with a link can see link, because I can't see anything but that. That's the only one I can see, unless you share it with me, unless you do an email share with me, and then I can save it to my drive. Most people don't do that. What they do is they generate a link. So just make sure that the link that you're generating for anything you share with me is an anyone can share link. And maybe I'll do a quick screen share and capture it here so people can see how you do that, because it's a little bit different. So hopefully you're seeing my screen, because for some reason it did things a little differently this time. There must be some sort of update going. Let me stop sharing again, and yeah, that's what it's doing. Oh, that's interesting. Something new and exciting. So let's, for instance, take the spreadsheet. Let's say that I wanted to do a share link with you, which of course I have wanted to do in the past. And so I would go up to the top here to where it says share. And you can see I've already got it set for anyone with a link, but I'll show you how I do that. I click on share, and then I don't go to copy link. I have to go to advanced down here in the corner. And I click on advanced, and then I go here to change. And here are all the options. So I want the option that says anyone with the link can access. So I click on it, You're going to know you have the right one because the icon for this is a person over the link. And it's hard to see here because it's transparent and it's shared out or shaded out, but you can see in the right-hand corner, there's the person with the link. So now I know I've got the right link. So then you go and make sure that it says can edit, right? That's if I want to share it. In this particular document, I wanted everybody to sign in on it with what topic they were going to do their presentation on. So I wanted to make sure they can edit. Sometimes I only have you view it, but sometimes I want you to edit it. And so this is where I select that. Then I come here and save. And now it'll say up here at the top, anyone who has the link can edit. I can go back and change it again if for some reason I did the wrong thing. Right? Now I've got a link here. I can right-click and copy it, and that's the link that I'm going to share on Blackboard, or you're going to send me in an email. You can test it yourself by right-clicking on it and highlighting it, and then clicking Go To, and then you can see if it'll open in the right place for you in a new window. So that's how, when you're done, you hit done, and then that's how you generate a shareable link that I can see, and anybody with the link can see. It's not a public link. You have to send the link to somebody for them to be able to access it, but it allows anybody who has the link permission to view the document. Okay? So make sure that the things that you're posting have the right type of link so that I can get into them the first time. And like I said, we will consider the due dates except for assignment 5. We're going to assume that the due dates are, flexible. Assignment 5 is supposed to be due on Saturday, but if you have it in by Sunday, June 19th, that's fine. It just needs to be in so that your colleagues can start viewing the links, because you're going to come back to this particular document right here, and you're going to put your link that I just showed you. You're going to put your link in here. And starting Sunday night, people are going to start viewing them and doing reviews on your presentations, because that's the assignment for week 7. Okay? So it's an assignment that has been assigned to you in week 5. It's not due until the end of week 6, because you're going to use it. It's the focus of your assignment in week 7. Okay? And like I said, if you can't do your observation, which was due this past week, if you can't do that until the end of next week, or you can't do it for 2 weeks, don't take the week off. Read your book. Start your review, which is due in week 8. Get your presentation done this week, if at all possible. Start posting things to Blackboard before they're due. Don't let them all pile up to the last week. It won't be a good situation for you because you'll run out of time, and it won't be a great situation for me because I'll run out of time. Okay? So, just like always, lots of people have turned in lots of assignments lots of times. So I'm still, you can keep turning things in as many times as you want to keep going until you get as much credit as you want. And that's fine with me too. So just make sure that I'm just warning you, don't let it all pile up to the end. That's all. So while we're here on this sheet, I just wanted to point out that a few people have not put their names in yet. So make sure that you have entered your name on the list and selected a topic, and be sure that by next weekend you're putting the link to your presentation in this column. This is your responsibility too. And remember, you have 2 places to put it. Not only do you put the link here on the shared document, but you put it in Blackboard so that I can score it there. Okay? So any questions about that? I'll go back to the screen for a minute. Anybody have any questions about that?
Yes, I have a question about the presentation.
Okay.
I'm working on Powtoon right now. It's so much fun. And I don't know how, are we supposed to have sent to a host, like a YouTube from you, or I'm not quite sure how to submit the links. This is my first time using Powtoon. Still trying to figure out the little things in there.
Yeah, it'll generate a link when you're finished. Kind of like, have you ever done a jib jab or anything like that?
I've seen some
You
before.
haven't seen
Never
jib
done
jab?
one, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you think that Powtoon is fun, go play in jib jab.
Okay.
Jib jabs, I mean, you can't really put anything. Anybody that's on the call tonight done jib jab? No? Oh my gosh, what's the matter with you people? I can't believe that. Okay, well, I've got to show you the world of jib jab. It'll change your life. That's for sure. Okay, let's see if I can pull it up pretty quickly. It'll be quite embarrassing if I can't even remember my own jib jab stuff. So let's see. Let's see if it'll sign in without me having to remember anything. Oh, yay. Okay, so this is my jib jab account. And what you do here is you pick a card, a music video, anything like that. Let's do this. I wish I had a bunch of pictures of you people. I have all kinds of jib jabs, but I don't know if they're saved. So believe it or not, these are my family and coworkers, and jib jab has automatically taken some pictures I have of them and thrown them in there. There's my dad, my niece. There's one of the coordinators that works for me. Anyway, what you do is you select one. So what happens is the video is there, and what you do is you personalize it by putting in, you load pictures of your family, your friends, your dogs, and then you just drag them in. And so almost all these pictures are my Madison. That's silly. There's my father. Put him in the dance. Let's see who else I have. There's one of my secretaries. There's my mother. Okay, and then when you say you're done, it puts them in the video.
We can't hear the sound.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
But I just wanted to show you how it does that. And then, as you can see, when you press done, it gives you an option to post it to your Facebook, to email it, or you can download it. And when you download it, it gives you the opportunity then to upload it to YouTube or upload it to Google, and then of course those generate their own links. So there's got to be, I usually do these for staff meetings, birthdays, graduation. There's tons of them. And it's all free unless you want it to last forever, and then they charge 99 cents a video. So anyway, that's Jib Jab, and it's lots of fun to play with, and that's a long way of saying, Mei Yi, that Powtoon operates very similarly. So if you have pictures of friends and family, what they do is when you first load your pictures into Jib Jab, it has you go to your photo library, and you just select pictures, and then you can crop them to just the face. And then you identify where the mouth is, so that when the mouth opens and closes while the song is going on, it opens and closes in time. Super easy to do. And kids love them. You can send them to your class by email. You can post them on your class website. You can send them, and the other thing is with Powtoon is you can schedule delivery. So you can do 5 or 6 of them at a time for the whole year, and then you can schedule when you want them to go out. It gives you that option when you save them. So it's pretty cool. And Powtoon works very much the same way. So any other questions about the presentation? Okay, so let me just go back to the share folder, and what's going on there? We're stuck. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah, we're having some issues tonight. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the share folder. Just go into the to-do list. So the week 5 announcement is in the folder, and it's also posted on Blackboard if you need it. There are some Evernote resources to take a look at this week. And if you click on week 5, oh, there we go. There's the week 5. Is Google making us stupid? So the one resource from Evernote. Then this is the link, of course, to the folder I'm in right now. And we have the discussion board topic. Oh, usually I have that open right now, and I haven't opened it up yet. So let me get it open real quick. Thank goodness the internet is working fast tonight, she said. Okay. Come on, open up. So discussion for week 5, I saw that we had 2 topics. We had the one about gamification, and I thought about you, Mei Yi, when I saw that posted. And then, oh, look at there. First one to post and a response to it. And then I'm trying to find Nicole's. There we go. Emerging technologies. So it looks like everybody's, ooh, wow. So I haven't looked at it since Monday night. So when I saw Roger's posting. So anyway, looks like people are really identifying with the gamification and emerging technologies topics. So you know, just make sure you have all of your posts for that done by Sunday night. And let's see, who do we have coming up next week? We have week 6. We have Maria and Corinne as our discussion leaders. So we'll see what exciting topics we get to read about next week. Thoroughly read the week 5 assignment and rubric. We went over it just a little bit last week. You'll notice that there's links again to the spreadsheet. It asks you in a couple places to make sure you put your name on the spreadsheet and that you post the link on the spreadsheet. And then the areas, you know, that are really the most important, I've highlighted on the rubric in yellow. And a reminder that you do have to cite all your sources, and also a reminder to say that just saying you retrieved images from Google is not a citation. Okay, so check your APA manual or go online, or those of you that last time struggled with this, I sent you links and the format that you need to use for citing someone else's images. So just make sure that you're including the appropriate attributions at the, you know, well, some people put them at the end. A lot of you put them at the end. Some of you put them at the bottom of slides. It really doesn't make any difference to me. Just make sure that you're doing it. Okay. I just noticed Chegg, and I only know this because my sister is a VP at Chegg, C-H-E-G-G. Chegg now has an automatic citation generator. So if you go to, they have some cute little name for it. I can't remember what it's called. But if you Google Chegg citation generator, it'll take you to it, and you just select what it is you're doing, and it blocks out all the fields you don't need to enter. And there are a couple of really good citation generators that all you have to do is drag in the website. I'm just wondering, how many of you know about, this is just dawning on me right now, Google research in Google Docs? Do any of you know about Google research in Google Docs? No. Yes, Mei does. Okay. I see 2 responses. I did say Chegg. C-H. Chegg is a combination of chicken or the egg. Chegg. That's how the company was named. Just a second. I just saw that Nancy missed the invite earlier. So I'll send her another invite. Okay, so we don't have a lot to cover in the assignment, so let me show those of you who don't know about Google research, and Mei, you feel free to jump in there with me if you feel that I'm short-changing this at all. So let's see if we can close some of this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my week 5 folder here, and I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to start a new Google Doc, and I'm going to put it in the folder. So that's how I get it started. Let's just call it practice. Oh, very nice. Practice. And then you go to Tools, and you go to Research. And look at this nice little panel you get over here. See how it says Search? So let's say I'm a kid that's been assigned missions in 4th grade. And so I'm going to put in California missions. Spell it wrong? So look at what happens. The search window opens up right here where I'm working. Okay? And I can actually start previewing information on the missions. And let's say that, you notice what's happening here? Insert link or site. So let's say I'm writing along here and I decide, I like this. I'm going to, of course, I would never plagiarize and just paste it in there. But let's say I do that, and now I want to make sure that I have that citation from that information. I go over here, I click Cite, and look at the one pops up at the top, and look what happens at the bottom. The citation automatically happens. Right? Pretty cool. Now, what if I want that citation not in MLA, but I want it in APA? So I can do the same thing. What if I find an image searching Google that I want to use? I can go here, not filtered by license, or only free to use. Okay, and there's the images. Right, and look at there. It tells you what the source is. Right? So anyway, if you want to, that's just a really quick little tour of Google Research. If you want to know more about how to use it, you can definitely go on to YouTube. Go to YouTube and search for Google Research, and you will find, I guarantee, a gazillion different tutorials on how to use Google Research. You can use Google Research, set up your paper in APA format. It'll do automatic citations. It'll build a bibliography for you in the back, a reference page. And think about what that can do if you're teaching kids how to research. It's all right there on the same page. So Mei Yi, do you want to tell us anything about how you use it? Or do you? I see that you said a 3rd grader showed it to you, but
yeah,
pretty cool.
It was by accident. They were just clicking around, and the kid just showed me that because I think they were doing research on constellation, and when they double click on it or something, the research bar showed up, and they were able to find tons of pictures, articles, and we were just really excited about it. But I didn't really utilize it in the classroom. I just told them, well, that's an option that you could use to look for your resources.
I learned about it maybe 2.5, 3 years ago from a couple of ed tech coaches that are actually in Southern California. And just a second. There we go. I'm just trying to get rid of some of the background noise. 2 ed tech coaches that I bring up to do trainings in the Bay Area 3-4 times a year, and they had just gone through basically a Q Rockstar camp, if any of you have ever been through a Q Rockstar camp. And they were so excited about what they learned during a session that was all about Google Research, because they're high school teachers, and so high school kids get assigned a lot of research assignments, particularly in social studies and history. And so they were really thrilled, and they came up about a week later to do a training for us. And so we all learned about Google Research at that point, and I've shown it to, I just showed it to a group of teachers last week. It may have been one of you. Now that I think of it, it's all blending together. But I just showed a group of people last week about Google research, and it kind of blows folks away. So anyway, play with it, see if it's a tool that you can use with your students. Your students will be blown away by the fact that everything happens right there in this frame for them. They can find pictures, they can find topics, you can filter the sites that are seen to be only those that are scholastic, that have scholarly data. I mean, there's a lot you can do with it, and I don't use it every day, but when I found out about it and started sharing it with teachers, particularly high school teachers, and high school students, it was making them very, very happy. Verioska, do you want to talk to us about how you use it all the time? Anything you want to add? No? Okay, we won't make you. Nothing to add. Okay, so let's see. It's a little bit of a bird walk today for me. So we went over the assignment, we looked at the assignment, we looked at who's up on the discussion board, we talked about making sure that everybody gets their name on the spreadsheet. Check it out. What do I have here? I don't know if you watched the video or not. I found the video I posted happens to be about a woman who wanted to be an artist and ended up a scientist, and then ended up a animator for Pixar. And if you didn't get a chance to watch the video, I think you'll find it very interesting because it's really all about STEM and STEAM. Some places we call it STEAM because it's not just science, technology, engineering, and math. There's art in there too. So just really inspiring, and that particular TED Talk is from just this past April. So it's Danielle Feinberg, and she talks about the magic ingredient that brings Pixar movies to life. And then I mentioned this last week. These are some presentations from past cohorts that were done for this particular assignment. And I put a disclaimer here that these are presentations. I'm not saying that they're all very, very good or mediocre or not so good. They're not scored at all. They're just publicly shared, and I'm just giving them to you as examples of what former course participants have done, but don't assume that just because they're publicly shared, they're all, the highest quality. That's all. Since I had the links available, I wanted to let you take a look at them. And Zaption was something we talked about last week briefly. Another tool that I'm trying to remember now, was it Maria? Somebody already uses Zaption or showed it in another class. So back to the to-do list. Yeah, so really the only other thing here besides posting your link on the spreadsheet, the link for your presentation on the spreadsheet and in the Blackboard assignment 5 area, is making sure, if you haven't done so already, that you're arranging for your field trip for next week, your field study. And I've heard from a lot of you. And one of the things, I haven't necessarily been saying, yay or nay to anything. What I have been asking you to do as you make a decision about whether or not it's an appropriate place for you to visit is to ask you to look at the week 6 assignment criteria and say to yourself, does this place meet the assignment criteria? And the assignment criteria is that you are going somewhere where you can observe emerging technology, that you can physically visit a maker or a STEM space. In some places they're called technology labs. And then you're going to post a reflection where you share what you saw, what you experienced and learned, and you're going to address whether or not it was valuable, is it useful, how could such a place impact the future of student learning, and what were your most meaningful takeaways. So if you can't write a reflection about emerging technology and your physical interactions with the opportunities available at the space, then it's probably not a great place for you to visit. If you can do those things, if you can write about your experience and take advantage of some of the technologies that are available at the location, then you're probably on the right track. Okay. So that is the last thing on the week 6 assignment. And I'm seeing a lot of you popping in onto these documents. Okay. I've been through all the documents on here, I think, in week 5. Let me go back to the 6 screen. Go back to 5 and make sure I've covered everything. The icebreaker directions. Here's this is the document that I've been dragging forward into each week that gives you ideas for places to go visit if you are struggling to find them. Talked about this. This is the announcement. Spreadsheet. The Google article. Yep. Looks like that's about it. That's our girl throwing her hat into the Pacific, her graduation cap. So, okay. I think I've covered everything. Oh, thank you. I left her just about an hour and a half ago, and she is so exhausted as a typical teenager. She'd crawled into bed and fell asleep. And tomorrow's the big day. She's going to get her hair done and her makeup done first thing in the morning, and then she's got 2 80-year-old plus grandmothers here and 3 or 4 aunts and her mother, and we're taking her to tea at 11 o'clock to have pictures taken with all her female family, and then she goes off to the graduation ceremony and we meet her afterwards, and then she gets locked into her high school gym from 7 p.m. until 3 a.m. for grad night. So you know how they are when this happens. They think, oh, I'm so excited to be leaving high school, and then when the day happens, there's a little bit of terror involved. So it was so terrifying for her, she went upstairs and went to bed. So congratulations to everybody that's having to deal with that this month as well. I know it's really emotional for everybody, really emotional, and so we're all kind of just hanging in there. She's our baby. She's the baby of the family. She's the last grandchild, and so we've been through it several times already, but this is the last one, so it's a little kind of bittersweet. So if you don't have any more questions for me, I'll sign off. I want to remind you, next week, no Hangout next week. But if somebody wants to host the Hangout, let me know and I'll show you how to schedule it. And you can I'll give you a little tutorial how to invite people at the last minute if they can't get on through their own Google Plus area. And if you want to just go through the things that are in the share folder, you certainly can. But next week we're celebrating Madison's graduation and my sister's 50th birthday at Disneyland. So I'll be down in Southern California, and we've got a full schedule for the whole week. So that's my cop-out for why I'm not going to do a yes, Disneyland again, and we're going back in July. So Madison's been accepted to, she can only do the Disneyland Conservatory until she's 18. And they have a week in July where she still qualifies. She turns 18 on July 18th. So she gets one more week of Disney Performing Arts Theater Conservatory in this summer, and she's taking advantage of it. So my sister and I will be her chaperones one more time. And then she's an adult. She can't do it anymore. She has to go get a job there. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy graduations and promotions and being off of school finally, if that's what's happening. And I will see you 2 weeks from tonight. Okay? Okay. I'm going to stop the broadcast.
Okay, thank you.